You! Over here, please! Thank Kinnereth for you, stranger. I'd almost given up hope of walking away from here. We tracked a bear to this den. Good coin for those pelts. We had the big sow cornered when they showed up. 3 of them, out of nowhere. Spriggans. Niels went down before we even knew to run. Ari died just inside. I never even thought the things were real. I may have lost a drop or 2 of blood. Truth is, I'm not going anywhere like this. Hurts to breathe. Thank you. Please hurry. Much better. Thanks, friend. I wouldn't have lasted much longer without that. But now what? I can't just walk away, not with my friends' bodies in there being torn apart by those beasts. You'd do that for a stranger? I don't know what to say. Lead on, I suppose. I'll see you in pieces! I'll kill you! Step lightly. Who knows if those things can hear us or not? Well, must have run off. It's done then. Justice, if you can call it that. Look, I want you to have this. I know it isn't much, but it's important to me. Ari gave me this dagger when we first started hunting together. I always said it brought her luck. You should be the one to carry it now. I'll give them a proper burial, then head back. Come find me if you're ever in Falkreath. You'll always be welcome at my door.
Proust is... Thank you. It's a collection of regrets that I try not to forget. Here, I promised you this. Life is far too short, my friend. Don't waste it.
Unless you intend to bury someone, Falkreath is known for its... I just finished giving my old war companion... Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arcay? Thank you.
Good to see Skyrim still has... Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble. We'll all meet Arcay's...
All right, then.
Best to enjoy the time we've got.
Sure Bones, a handsome man in Falkreath.
Yes? What is it that you want?
Keep an eye out for trouble.
Bandit.
It's only a matter of
Spare
time.
no one.
Sidgeir can sometimes act too quickly, but he does listen to help. It was Dengeir. When Dengeir's help, Sidgeir has no interest in running. Many battles have been fought. In time, Falkreath's reputation has faded somewhat, but the graves remain, reminding us of the one inevitable truth of life.
I protect the Jarl, whoever that might be.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices. Been in this land for so long, I have forgotten what it feels like. So many. Take a look.
Yes, I know.
May your road, the roads. Take a look.
From the cold more often than not.
hope that you will come to Do you ever find that you regret making this journey?
Best offense is a good defense, am I right? Fancy yourself an alchemist, hmm? Never could get the hang.
Yes, I haven't got all day.
Just a servant of Skald the Elder. Not worthy of time or consideration.
Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you.
If you're here about if you could call it that, I fought in the Great War. I cut enough. About 30 years, they ended up by Akatosh. All the blood. The smell of flesh burned and pulled apart by magic. I never want to do that to another soul. Ever again.
I'm sorry. My mind was just somewhere else. Do you need a room?
What troubles you, my son?
The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it. These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina. She has an awful hunger for our memories. In return, she leaves behind nightmares, not unlike a cough marks a serious illness. I must end her terrible influence over these people before the damage. Perhaps you'd be willing to... I would simply ask that you trust me. Wonderful. Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry. I promise to answer all...
One side, coming through!
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from Old War.
Huh?
Need something? I'm running food and supplies to the miners. Don't pay much, but they let me sleep by the fire in the inn most nights. I'm late, gotta run!
Fancy yourself an alchemist, hmm? Never could get the hang of that.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike. The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the... Give me just a moment, and I'll have this open. Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here. Behold the... corruption. The source of dark. Must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. There's no time to lose. Damn it! The priests must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs. I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. We must... Yes, my son. Lore holds that the skull of corruption holds a constant hunger for the memories of others. The skull has been out of touch for so long, I fear it's gained the ability to reach out on its own and try to feed. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. Us and Terry, The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible. It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakened within. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? This library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been burned. I hope the tome we need is still intact. Take these, they've awakened. For Lady Mara. Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information on. We're looking. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world. Quite amazing, yes. Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated. All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample. The laboratory adjoins the library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
Defilers! Kill the defilers!
I hope you're not. Thank you. You're a fool.
Mercy.
Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small bottle. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark lid. If you find it, bring it to me. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Yes, my son. What is it? I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of... Dawn, I understand your hesitation, but I promise... You let it...
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Varen.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But, brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thoric, we must remain...
Agreed. To the death.
Then let it be done.
I fought worse than you. No one crosses me! I'll show you a real fight. Enough! I fought worse than you. What was that? Time to end this little game.
Worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. How I envy you. I can only imagine the excitement of seeing history through the eyes of another. Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my research of the skull. Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it.
This one final race. Die,
That
For
it?
Lady Mara.
At your best.
That's all you've got?
We're routed.
I hope you're not expecting a thank you.
Wait.
Baron, Thoric, you're alive.
No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. Never should be off my
Do your work.
Vermina, forgive me.
It's time. The skull must be destroyed. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by... I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so? First, an incantation to remove the barrier. I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
The fight of a flea.
don't want any trouble.
Finish this!
Someone do something!
The nightmares in Dawnstar have lifted, and I hear you helped that happen. You have my thanks. Giants are a common problem in the Pale. The Empire always... Go and slay one of the beasts. Should let them know that Dawnstar is not... I'm counting on you. Good luck with the giant.
I'm Skald's
Don't get
housecarl,
stepped
and
on.
head of his guard in Dawnstar.
Bullfrec, I have an order of swords and armor from the local...
I'm here to lend my magic to the people of
I need
Dawnstar.
every piece polished to a fine shine.
Yes, my Jarl. We could hardly waste anyone else's precious time on such a tedious task.
Exactly, Bullfrec. You always know your place. We are poised for glory, Yod. The Empire will never take Dawnstar while every last man